And we're back with Let's Play EVO, The Search for Eden. I've brought along a friend again because he wanted to make silly in-jokes and references.
I'm a nerd that way.
Yes. It is Doc Kirre. Did I get it right this time?
Yes.
Wow.
Fortunately, you're late to win the prize.
Aw, what was the prize?
First one that actually gets it right gets 1,000,000 meat on Kingdom of Loathing.
No, I don't play Kingdom of Loathing, so...
Fair enough.
Why do I even bother fighting these squirrels? Things.
Because artificial squirrel-like substances are evil and must be dealt with in a horrific and violent manner that involves teeth and their entire existence.
Well, they are kicking my ass. They're
Is
just...
that actually the best body for a mammal?
I think it's the best, unless you go the weird mammal route.
Yeah, that just looks hideously wrong in every conceivable fashion.
Yeah. It's Rhino!
With a cat head.
With a mane and... there's probably a better back of the head. I know that mane is the cheese early on, but I forget what the other ones actually do, and there's like 4. That are all, like, more expensive and cost the same. I think science demands we experiment.
Indubitably, good sir, indubitably.
Yes. For science!
Punnomenon?
Nah, just science. Oh wait, that's... yeah, that is back of the head. Let's start with the one that's likely to be lame. No offense to deer enthusiasts everywhere.
Honestly, I think the sheep one would be lamest.
Ridiculous kicking power.
Makes sense, and that could actually be handy.
We're pretty much past the kick cheese bosses if you can get them into a pattern on it.
You know, that doesn't look like one of the horns that would be breakable either, simply
It's
because...
not a horn, it's a back of the head, technically. So yes, you can have more horns.
Ow. I think my head just popped thing, too.
Yeah. And more kicking power on this one, too. Slightly higher defense.
It looks like a hedgehog is clinging to the back of your skull.
Oh wait, they're not actually giving me any more kick power. I am 15. Ah. So it's just more defense. Lame. Right. Sheep horn.
Makes you more attractive to Scotsmen.
Yeah, and gigantic and 500-foot tall naked girlfriends with knives.
You know, sheep were originally bred back in the 600 ADs, because that's when giants were around and they needed tampons.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't get much more offensive than that.
So let's see what this is. You know, it raises your strength and defense to rather high levels, but it drops your bite down to 20.
It's an interesting trade-off. On one hand, it looks a little less derp.
But the derp is all what this game is about!
But on the same token, I'm not sure how it manages this, but it's simultaneously less derp and more derp.
Let's get some horns on this bad boy.
One does not simply walk into more derp. What?
Yes!
Your head is a crane game claw thing.
Yes!
What is this? I don't even.
Right, well now to end this silliness, we're sticking with the main. Just because the 25 bite power.
We've got to check out what the dual horn plus bull horn looks like.
At some point,
It sounds
yes.
like I want to see if it makes your head become a fork, because that would be epic.
Now we are... porpoise, rhino, lion, thing.
Let's just go ahead and call it Bob.
That works.
Despite not being a guy with no arms and no legs floating in the ocean.
Why did I bring you along again?
Because I'm demented and say things that are silly and weird.
Ah, right, yes. I've debated trying to get Onel to comment, because having someone who has a British accent will, like, triple my ratings. Even if they don't say anything incoherent and insult everyone constantly.
We need to do that on the right game at the right time.
I don't know, listening to Onel wonder what the heck this is and having no comprehension would be kind of funny.
Yes, hence the right game. The right time would be after sending a free bottle of absinthe.
Alligator, the worst domain ever! Seriously, it's got like... oh good, we didn't land on the land. Ah! Save me from the snapper gators! There's no escape from the alligators! They don't just keep biting and... what's the difference between a crocodile and an alligator anyway?
One has a much narrower snout, and the teeth kind of stick out. The other has a broader snout, and they don't. There's a couple of other bodily differences, such as, one of them tends to be narrower in general.
A lot of this video is going to be grinding EVO points.
He's trying to beat you to death with his bare hands.
Yeah. Well, he has to defend his right to bear arms.
If we keep this up, your subscriber count's gonna go down to the negatives. Although it's got barely anywhere to go. Folks, I'm sorry for that one. These puns are unbearable.
Yeah, well, you'll just have to bear with us a bit longer as I get up to some, like, 9,000 EVO points.
Yeah, I know we're sighing at this, but... yeah, that was a bit of a reach, huh?
Yeah. You know, on that whole dinosaur and weird chimerical creatures thing, you read Giant in the Playground, or Order of the Stick, or whatever?
Yes, I have been reading it for well over a year.
I was pretty sure, but did you read the latest thing about brontosauruses and stuff?
Yeah, how it's specifically called out that they're just swapped skulls, but eh.
Yes, I like the reply of like what was it? A hippogriff is just a freaking horse with bird wings or something. But I got a cavalry battalion.
The griffin.
Oh yeah. Fantasy world, laws of reality do not apply.
Have you been keeping up with goblins lately?
I need to. The last time I read it, Kin had killed Kin. With intelligence.
Dies horribly has died horribly.
Oh, is he going to get better, or is he actually going to live up to his name and stay that way?
Oh no, he did die horribly. He immediately got better.
Well, yeah. All those Destiny names never mean anything. Except that they do and have no meaning in their meaning, and...
well, Saves a Fox actually did save a fox.
But not in the way you'd think.
Right.
And dies horribly implies that his death is going to be horrible and he'll stay dead. Because people who die are killed.
Right, but it's D&D. Since when does death stick?
Old age.
Good point. That's not a horrible death now, is it? I mean, unless, like, a disease breaks out where when your age category ticks over and you don't make the save, you explode in a puff of gore.
I forget if this is actually a good place to grind or not. I mean, like, if there's something better later.
Well, how many EVO points do you need? Cap? Or...
9,000 about should do it.
I'd say just move on to the next area, if only to give the viewers some variety.
Yeah. We've tormented them with bear puns enough.
Yeah.
It's cat puns next! No. But we're going here for the third time, even though it's just those derpy stegosauri.
Derposaurus herp.
Yep. Because I actually needed the reminder. The face of a cat and the body of a rabbit. The Esquilax! No, wait, that's different.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think I know an even more horrible creature.
Oh, these things are way easier to beat than grizzlies. I guess it's because we have the 25 bite power.
You know what you really need to face?
What?
Something with the fists of a dark karate master, the legs of the fastest demon in the
Oh no.
the brain of Mahogany, a famous sorcerer, the iron body of Hercules, and a horse wiener, all combined into one. Now that's dangerous.
Yeah.
Guys, don't let your guard down.
And of course you had the people who just had to keep refighting that battle over and over until they got the legendary horse wiener.
If I remember right, it's the most powerful club-type weapon for a long time.
And of course, if you want a stronger one right away, you can just go into the horse wiener and grab it from within its deepest depths.
Yes. Oh, that's... To anyone who doesn't know exactly what we're talking about, there's a game called Makai Senki Disgaea. It's glorious.
Where 9,000 doesn't even begin to describe your power level.
Right.
Your level, on the other hand.
Yeah, it's only 999 less than the level cap.
That's not counting in stored imaginary levels. Doesn't that go up to like 65,000?
65,535. I've commonly seen people with a playtime on that in the multiple thousands of hours.
Yeah. I've seen people who somehow maxed out Thursday's stats through whatever circuitous method you can do that with.
I'm presuming it involved lots of coffee, spare time, and a distinct lack of girlfriend.
Probably. Ooh, we're almost done.
Nom those horses. Perhaps you'll get one of their wieners.
Yes. Right. Now, the important part. We need to save the game. Now, we go somewhere else. Well, it doesn't have to be somewhere else, but... In fact, this may have been a terrible place to go for this plan. Yes, I'm going to leave here right away and go back to the horses.
Did they ever describe what it was that the saber teeth were actually useful for?
I don't know. Actually, this is a good place to save, too, just because we've made it to this point. But yes, as hinted, there is something special you can do if you get the head of a cat and the body of a rabbit.
And the wiener of a horse.
Yes. Only if you're from Africa.
Oh yeah, that's a given. Otherwise you just get turned into a penguin bomb.
Yes. Now, Obviously, there is no head, so cat jaws. It just looks absurd, doesn't it?
Well, it is EVO.
Yeah. And the body of a rabbit.
That looks...
Oh god, no.
Quick, hit the tab key.
What's that one do?
Rewinds time, if you've got it bound.
I don't think I have it bound.
Try it.
Not doing anything.
Damn. Yeah, it's... If you're in Zoo Super NES, it's really... I'll help you get that set up later, actually. It's damn useful.
Yeah. Well, we're going to pause the recording for a moment while I reset the game. And we're back. And it's actually behaving on the first time with the re-recording-y thing. So, anyway.
Cue blue screen of death in 3...
Don't even say that! I forgot just how badass condors are. That must be why that Jackie Chan film was Operation Condor.
They learned their badassosity from Kamina himself.
Ah, oh right, yes, I can just do that, but yeah.
You just kicked a bird in the head. That's...
Yes, I did.
Did I ever tell you the story about the hobo who punched out a pigeon?
I don't even... Well, we've got time, so... But let me get started on this chain first here. We can talk about it while we're mocking the final form of this. Yes, now that we've got the head of a cat and the body of a rabbit, the I don't know!
Rammstein.
Yes, shaped body is available. Look at us! You're a silly monkey! You're a silly monkey!
Ah, careful with the use of the word monkey. Don't want a guy to swing in and bash on the head.
Yeah, true. We are an orangutan.
Much better.
Yes, now all we have is evolve body. We can try to evolve further.
You can also decrease body size, amusingly enough.
Haha! We've got a bone to pick with you, game.
No. Bad, Ura. Bad. No cookie.
You started the bear puns.
Yeah, but... Even I know when there's limits.
I forget how we work at this point. Ah, yes. This is the only way to get the strike attribute. As you can see, it is 12. We jump far too high, and get beaten up by reptiles.
Can you duck and swing?
Nope.
Wow. At least you get an adorable nom face. Well...
There we go. We must still keep evolving! More power! Ho ho!
God, you've turned into Tarzan!
And look, we can keep on evolving! We have now evolved the ultimate in weapon technology.
Yeah, you didn't evolve, you just got a better loincloth and put a rock in your stick.
Isn't that the ultimate form of evolution?
Moving right along.
Ha!
On the earlier subject of hobo punching out a pigeon, reading about this. Apparently this cop was chilling out in a park. Hobo walks up to him. Just kind of chilling. Then this pigeon flies by, and the hobo just turns and punches the freaking thing right out of the air. And as the cop is staring at him, the hobo just grins and walks off, while the pigeon eventually gets back up and, looking rather disheveled, flies away. The cop was left thinking, I should arrest him, but it's clearly unharmed, so he hasn't really done anything wrong. Just a random hobo punched out a pigeon in mid-flight.
Wow.
Can you imagine how many years of practice it must have taken? What could have possibly inspired him to start training in the art of pigeon punching?
One too many car poopings? Yeah, we do have a new icon for the map screen now. The two-legged mammal.
Ever hear the joke about the two statues?
I probably don't want to.
I'll tell you later. It's pretty good, but it's...
But yes, now we are that most dangerous of animals. Man.
I thought the most dangerous animal was Barbara Streisand on a bender.
That too. Yes, we should record this too. Now, you're probably going to wonder why I'm naming it what I'm naming it. Spelled that wrong. If you understand what?
Tess Mazed?
Yes. If you understand why I would name this thing that, I am sorry. Yes, we are now man.
This reminds me of a phrase. What is a man? Nothing but a miserable little pile of axes. But enough talk. Monkeys! Have at thee!
Yes, monkeys! Monkeys make everything better. Alternatively worse.
Depends on if they've got a handful of poo.
But yes, we've only got 2 evolution options now, and look at that. This is the real problem with man.
Congratulations, you're a midget.
Yes.
So not only do you have a basically worthless weapon, only acceptable stats, look ugly as sin compared to the adorable lions, but it costs $1,500 to heal.
Yes.
How did man ever rise to the top?
Guns.
You know what they say, guns don't kill people, they just help the bullets do it.
Indeed. That reminds me of that talking gun in Who Framed... or talking bullets in Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
I never much liked that film. It was... unsettling.
Yeah. Well, it was too noir.
Yeah, except, like... it was really unsettling.
Yeah. Well, I've done enough man-failing for now, so we're going to reset the game again. For reasons that will become apparent once I've reset it. Just a moment. And we're back once again. Now, assuming it worked properly, which I don't see any reason why it shouldn't have. Yes, yes, bird thing. Yes, because I just reset instead of loading a state or something, we could now evolve into Mazed at any time we want. Why we'd want to is beyond me, but records and archival purposes. You've suddenly gone very, very quiet.
I am at a loss for words.
But now we've just got to take down the monkey humans.
I just don't know what to say. It's... You have willingly chosen to take on the form of the... I don't know what to say. I do have to wonder what happens if you transform into him in the fish era. Do you get a record of evolution crystal at any point there?
I don't know.
It would make sense.
But I mean, he's got a swimming animation. He just converts to legs, or water legs, or something.
I was hoping you could drown him.
No. Though next video, we will get to see something rather fun in the final ocean. Because the game has not one, but two ridiculously hidden forms.
No, let me guess. You turn into a merc. I was right.
I actually didn't hear what you said over me saying don't spoil it, so...
I said nothing. Viewers, if you heard me, don't tell Ura.
I know what it is.
Oh, yeah, but I meant like I'll get yelled at for spoiling.
Yes, yes, yes.
And the beatings will resume.
I don't beat you.
Yeah, I know, but it's
Anyway,
best to
tough
guilt
boss,
the viewers
etc.
into not... What is it?
But yes, it is kind of silly to do the kick thing, but... We can, however, take an entire round of punches from him. Not more than one round of punches. I don't know what I'm going to do here.
Try out your new key binding sometime.
That would be silly. I've beaten this guy
You
like
just
a million
located.
times before. I know what I'm gonna do.
Does it involve bacon?
It can create bacon.
Dragon vs. Yeti.
Hey, look at that, man. You can't even touch us.
That's very true. Where's his fire breath attack?
I mean, look at that, man. That wasn't even a fight.
Yeti evolves to tasty meat.
Yep.
You ever wonder what Yeti tastes like?
I'm sure plenty of rednecks in the woods know. Someone's got to keep the population under control. Anyway, that's all for now. We've gotten to the final ocean, and we've got to break this up somehow. It's been going on for quite some time. Say bye, everyone.
Arrivederci.